All right. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Let's talk about it, everybody. Come on in, everybody. We have a special guest. Come on in. I'm going to wait just a second for a couple of people to come in. Let me greet a couple of people. USCJ, you still have two lives going on. Hey, look, it's StreamYard wants you to do a vertical live and a horizontal live, man. So that's kind of how they got it. But I'm gonna delete one in just a second. But happy Sunday to everybody, man. We got a special guest, man, and we get ready to bring him in, man. But we had a big time commit. He's a long snapper, man, and we getting ready to bring his parents, his father on rather, because he has a unique story, man, and I want you guys to hear it. I think a lot of parents, a lot of people can follow this path, but I want you guys to hear it. Hey, thank you, Marvin, for becoming a member. Appreciate you. So, look, let me delete this other live so we can have one going on. And listen, StreamYard, for whatever reason, has two lives going on. Like I said, I'm going to delete one just so we can have one going. And all those who see a deleted live, just go back to USCJ. You will find it on there. So look, let's bring him in real quick. Jeff, how are you, my man?
Good to see you, USCJ. Pleasure to be here, bro.
Man, hey, I appreciate you coming on, Jeff, man. I want to get into you and your son, man. First of all, tell us who you are, Jeff, and tell us who your son is and where you guys come from.
My name is Jeff Leato. My wife, Sean.
Okay.
We have a son, Manoa Leato, who is recently committed to USC as a PWO. And we are from, well, I'm originally from Carson, California. My wife's from Orange County, so we reside now in Huntington Beach. Yes. And we went to Mater Dei High School.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I appreciate you guys taking out the time, Jeff, to come on, man. I feel like your son, I feel like he has a unique story. He's a long snapper, but you know, he and I want to get into the Sacramento State thing too, because I really didn't know if they were recruiting him as a tight end or a long snapper. We could get into that. We could talk about that. But I want to talk about his path, man, and how you guys were intentional about it. First of all, let's talk about him as a youngster, though. Growing up as a youngster, man, football, like, what did you guys notice from him as far as what he was able to do as far as a youngster, and where did he start playing at?
And so the interesting thing with Manoa was he really never played organized football outside of flag football.
Right,
The Friday Night Lights League, and that's really where I saw the potential to become a football player. Now,
right,
now keep in mind he was a baseball first athlete. That was always his first love, and so
right,
in the interest of that, we kind of kept it that way. But because I played ball out of high school into college, I said, man, you're going to be such a big kid. You got to do something. You got to do something on the football
Can you
field.
tell everybody how big
Yeah.
Manoa is?
Well, right now he's 6'3", 245 right now,
Right,
and
right,
it seemed like he's getting bigger by the day. So, you know, as we move forward, but yeah, that was really it. Was I just saw flashes of just athleticism on the flag football field, really.
right,
But doing baseball and everything else that he had outside of sports, I mean, he was training as a junior lifeguard at Huntington Beach for 4 years straight. He played soccer. He was an accomplished national volleyball player. They played on the national team that went to the top to play, and they were successful at third place in the nation. So he's been around athletics and all his life, and just becoming, a really good athlete within his own right, without pushing football, so much down the throat. Because honestly, the minimum I was gonna have him do was long snapping, and that was kind of how the path began into football.
right. So yeah, let's definitely get into that. And I think is this Jess? I'm not sure if this is your wife or not. She just popped on. This may be your wife right here. This name, Jess. I'm not sure, but the camera's not working. If that's you, but and hopefully she could come on if that's her. I'm not sure if that's her or somebody that may think it's the link. If they could possibly think it's the link, and it's if you're looking for the actual interview, you can hit the link on YouTube. Go to USCJ. I'm not sure if that's her or not. So I want to. The reason I really want to get into it because it may be it's a unique situation. And long snappers, man, there's sometimes they're hard to come by. Just like you got to have a you got to have a good center. Um, So can you talk about the process? How did he start the long snapper? And then, even his role as a tight end, he played tight end behind Mark Bowman, which was a unique thing within itself. So I want to get into that as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, of course. So the long snapping thing began. I mean, you got to go all the way back to when I was in high school. I was playing at Carson. We had an All-American guard that was there before practice and stayed after practice doing this long snapping thing. And I
Mm-hmm.
was just, man, why is Morris putting so much time into that? Anyway,
Right.
fast forward, we spend our whole time. We go do our thing in high school. He goes to BYU. I'm at University of New Mexico. All the while, I'm seeing, okay, he's not playing guard, but he's the starting long snapper.
Right.
Anyway, fast forward from there, he ends up playing for Philadelphia for 8 years for the
Right.
league
Right.
as a long snapper. Mind you,
Right.
he an All-American guard, but they
Right.
saw his real value, for that. And I was just like, man, I said, if I ever have a son and we ever go the football route and he's not such a good football player, I said, man, we're going to master at least this one skill on the football field, which was long snapping.
Right.
But, thankfully, when baseball came along, I was like, okay, we're going to slowly start introducing long snapping into his regimen at 7th grade. So 7th, 8th grade came. We finally took him to a snapping camp. And they were just like, man, you have a high potential. But at this time, he hasn't had his first growth spurt yet. So he looked like just a regular old, normal little soccer kid.
Right. Right.
So fast forward, maybe a couple of years later, we show back up to the camp. Or mind you, we come up to the USC long snapping camp before, this was when Henny and Coach Hansen and Doherty were running this long snapping camp. So we show up. Then they're like, that's the first time they put eyes on him. Like, okay, you're a 10th grader. You're this big, okay, and you could halfway snap a ball decently. And so the fact that they gave him even that bit of attention, I was like, okay, man, we're gonna pursue this long,
Right. Right.
to see how how the doors open. But at the same time, we already had action with the baseball program now. So we was
Right.
in and both at USC was in the baseball program, messing around with the football program. The same thing happening in the high school. Okay, now, baseball will know we here, football know we here. Now let's try to get everything, put it together to make it really, really nice and presentable for, those that be watching in the future.
Right. Right. So let me ask you this. I know he's going to play football at USC. So is he going to play baseball as well?
It was funny. Coach Doherty had said, hey, man, you could play baseball here too, but you probably won't be hitting. Your case time probably won't be till 10 o'clock at night because we're so busy with football. And we all kind of just laughed. I said, man, you're going to have to sleep sometime. I said, maybe not this time around. Get your feet, get a lap around the track and then figure it out from there. As long as you swing it.
That's facts. That's facts. We had Deuce Robinson. I think Deuce Robinson tried to play base. He attempted to try to play baseball. And then I think Mario Williams, I think he tried to play baseball. He came over from Oklahoma. Yeah, man, it's an incredible task to try to, keep both of those things going. And football, like you said, it's a long time. It's an all-day job. It's an all-day job. So look, let's okay, Jess and Phil. Okay, that might have been you inside of the chat, you might have hit the wrong thing. Is that your wife or is that not your wife?
No, those are good friends. Those are good friends.
Okay, that's probably them try to get in by accident and they try to go to the stream. Okay, so hey, appreciate you coming on. Fight on. So let's talk about how did it come down to the commitment, man, and did Sacramento State, were they recruit him as a long snapper or a tight end? Because the fact that he was second string behind Mark Bowman, I think, look, I mean, you talk about the best tight end in the country. So, he had to have some type of skills to even be second behind him, right?
Yeah, definitely, Jay. And that playing behind somebody like Mark Bowman, man, I don't know how to put it in words. I haven't seen an athlete like that come through high school in the high school level in a long time.
Hey, me either. To be honest,
Mark Bowman, yeah, he definitely is. To me, in all sense of the word, is a phenom. The dude can do every single thing.
Right.
So I looked at it. My wife and I looked at it. It's like, man, you know how fortunate you are to have somebody like Mark that's been primed for this.
No, seriously, yeah.
He's been primed for this. And man, you're gonna have to learn everything you can. Asking Mark questions. Because quite frankly, when our time in high school, we had to go through 3 different head coaches, 3 different position coaches.
Right.
So in terms of development, it was very scarce, hard to come by, with the doors, revolving around so much. And
Right.
so we had to really look outside, to get the training to a level to where I was comfortable, like, okay, man, you can step on the field and contribute now. But to have somebody like Mark come in so polished the way he was, it kind of, I tell Mark all the time, I said, man, you don't know how much you did for my son, and it was just a real blessing. But in terms of Sacramento State, how they jumped in the picture was they were looking, it was a special teams coordinator who reached out. They saw his tape on the Coles professional camps, which is very, very, very valued as far as training and opinions.
I want to get into that too, because he was a 4-star as a kicker. I mean, as a long snapper. Yeah, 4-star. So I want to get into that too.
Yeah. So they actually went through that website, and they were just looking for local kids, and then they found Manoah sitting at a 4.5 star with the grades to match, and that's when the conversation started. It didn't take long. It was talking a matter of 4 or 5 days when we're talking to the special teams coordinator. Next thing you know, we got the tight ends coach and the head coach on, talking about, man, we just saw the tight end film.
Right.
Man, we're going to talk about doing both now. And so that's how that conversation kind of went. San Diego, the University of San Diego commitment, that was purely tight end. They just love what he did at their camp. And,
that's what I'm saying. Like, he's an athlete. That's why I wanted everybody to know what size he was, because 6'3", 6'4", 240. I mean, he's a big dude. Like, he's bigger than the average guy. You know what I mean? So he can still probably. And who knows with USC? I mean, it's no telling what kind of trick plays you could do with somebody like him that has that type of ability, even on special teams. So how did the commitment come about, man? And talk about, I mean, who knew and who didn't know? I mean, as much as you want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's pretty easy, because there wasn't very many people that knew. When it came to just recruiting in general, we had Idaho, San Jose State. We had a lot of the smaller schools, but when it came to SC, we didn't really know until last year, January or July, was when they really made an effort to start trying to find out, this person or this football player named Manoah at Mater Dei. So they reached out to a couple of players first that were highly recruited or that are there now. And they basically just asked what type of person he was, and what type of athlete he was. And, they gave him their opinion and everything. And again, we're just grateful for what those 2 gentlemen had to say about our son. And then, as the summer went on, the season went on, there was no contact. But all of a sudden we saw, Dre Brown started DMing him or messaging Manoah on the side, so on and so forth, talking about, hey, this and that. But, we didn't really pry, because we were trying to work on the other stuff as far as recruiting. But Manoah went to the USC-UCLA game with Tomu, not telling us that he was actually a recruit on the list for the game or for USC.
Wait a minute. Your son did tell you that he was a recruit?
Yeah, so we over here trying to keep everything on the hush, and he over here keeping the real information away from us. So we didn't find out till 2 weeks later. We just was thumbing around on the internet. We said, man, your name is on it. Why didn't you tell us? What have you? But man, I was just trying to keep it on the down low, praying on it myself. He's not a loud kid, so move around. And so after that, during that time at the luncheon before the game, Dre Brown approached him and just started talking to him. Then he goes, man, would you love to come and be a long snapper here? And Manoah said yes. And then Dre Brown came back and said, would you accept the PWO? Manoah said yes. And then Dre Brown came back a third time and said, would you play tight end too? So, that's how it all kind of.
Wow. So let me add that all this had to kind of like materialize and develop like within the past, because he committed last week? Was it week before last?
Yeah.
So all of this had to kind of develop within the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, it developed quickly within, as soon as the portal closed. I mean, Dre was telling us, hey, just be patient, let this portal business close. And then, I mean, I know, we'll be smooth sailing from there. And so as soon as the portal closed, I mean, the man kept his word. He reached out the very
Yeah.
next morning and just said, look, Mano, be ready. This and that, and we're about to make this happen. And so, yeah, that's how it happened, man. Dre, I'm thankful for Savage and Dre, Coach Savage.
Oh
And
man,
Dre,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. So and I think we talked about this too on the phone. As a
mhm,
as a Southern California native, and I know what it is for me, man. I grew up 4 miles from the Coliseum.
yeah,
As a Southern California native, man, you grow up. We all see USC. I keep it real. I mean, I was a different person back in the day. My grades wasn't good enough to get into USC. I was all kind of jacked up, lost to the sauce. But the way I view USC, man, it wasn't even UCLA for me wasn't even an option. USC was that school. That's where you grew up. You grew up close, and those were where the athletes went. So as a native, man, the way you viewed USC, how did that make you feel as a parent that your son is committed to USC? And I think the fact that the academics are where they at too.
mhm.
I read a lot of that stuff in the video. I think I know you're proud, but how does that make you feel though as a parent?
I mean, honestly, Jay, I mean, there's a sense of elation, but more than anything, it really is a sense of gratitude.
Yeah,
Um, all the work that, just say my wife and I, but especially all the work Manor had to put in academically, because
absolutely,
honestly, this journey really started out as an academic journey. We did not go,
absolutely.
yeah, we did not go to modern day for any sport, being it football or baseball. And just to mention, it was actually their volleyball program who came looking for Manor when we were at the
Yeah,
national. They came looking
yeah,
for him. It was like, we're not going to no high school based off of any sports. We're
yeah,
going because the academics at modern day, that curriculum was built by the same people who built our middle school curriculum at Mariners Christian. And so
abs-
it was seamless. That transition academically was going to be seamless. And that was above all else, priority number one was that. The sports, the athleticism, I knew it would eventually be time within that 4-year period. If there's any sense of development there, yeah, it was going to happen. His light wouldn't shine until, yeah, maybe late into the game, which I was fine with. I was
right,
totally fine with, because I'm not going to stop time just to, make sure he's ready to go. Like, nah, you're going to grow up in this. You're going to know what the struggle feel like. You're going to know what it
absolutely,
means to be, how to be comfortable in uncomfortable situations. Yeah, you're new to the game, but you're going to learn this game. You know,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
And I think the academic side, man, to me, that it's a beautiful thing. I had a son too
Mhm.
that played college ball. He had a scholarship, Division II though, and just it's nothing. Coming from where I come from, you just want to see your kids really have a fair opportunity, man, in life, and you
Mhm.
just want to see them. You just do the right thing in life, man, because like at the end of the day, it's real out here, man, and this world will swallow you up. But if
Yeah,
you got somebody that could really educate themselves and take advantage of that, and then really understand and seize the moment, especially with that USC degree, to me, that is like one of the most football come and goes, man.
yeah,
Football come and goes. A lot of people, I had a lot of buddies, a lot of partners of mine that played in the NFL. I've been with them, but the average football lifespan, even, we talking about long snapper, but we're talking about guys that's absolutely banging their heads around. That ain't no joke, man. And I got a partner that's well, I don't want to get into that, but I just know that education is like super, super vital. And if Manoa's listening, I just want to tell him, man, salute to him, because man, sky's the limit for you, man. You can grab the bull by the horns, man, and go do whatever you want to do in life. USC degree is gonna take you super, super far, man. So look, hey, Jeff, man, leave something with us, man. What kind of nugget would you leave with us for the parents that are really trying to seek the opportunity and seek these different camps? They take their kids here, take them there. What would you say to them, man, as far as their approach? You guys said education first. What would you say to them?
You know what, Jay? I just want to say, man, develop a plan. Develop a plan. Get all the necessary items out of the way early. Your NCAA, number and all that stuff, but come up with a solid plan. Don't just kind of go off by what the next family's telling you and what the next super
I like that. I like that. Everybody's situation is different.
Yeah, what the next promising camp is telling you, who's gonna be here, who's gonna be that. Make sure your kid is ready academically. Make sure that that he's eating right, that he's resting right, that he's getting the proper training. And when his opportunities show, man, that's when he got to take full advantage of it, man, and grab the full benefit of everything academically, on the field, in the community, whatever school, either high school or going into college.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So look, I know your wife is watching, man. Tell her, I really appreciate her. Talk with her. I appreciate you guys, man. I love you guys, man, coming on, man, just taking out the time. And hey, you guys hold on for a second. I'm gonna open up the chat, man. I want to hear from you guys. But Mr. It's Latu, right? Is that the last name? Latu. My bad. Forgive me for that. My name situation is crazy. But Mr. Jeff Latu, I appreciate you coming on, taking out the time. And Manoa, man, hey, do what you got to do. Salute to you, man. Go grab the bull by the horns, man. Make it happen, man. Pops and moms is proud right now. And so look, Mr. Hey, I appreciate you coming on, man, and fight on.
Fight on, USCJ. All right.
Fight on. All right, hey man, that was beautiful, man. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. He almost had me get misty eye up in here. I had to keep myself together. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm gonna open up the chat to you guys. I had to keep myself together because I understand, though, man, as a parent, like being a real parent, and I'm a parent, and I told you guys this, being a real parent, man, and you raise your son the right way, and then your son actually does what you training him and what you're teaching him to do. To me, that's like the biggest fulfillment in life, is to really have a son and a kid that absolutely knows how to make it happen. So I'm gonna open up this chat. Let me see what anybody wants to say. First one is Jess. How you doing? Okay, I cannot hear you if you're on. Jess, are you there? Maybe they clicked it by accident. So look, you guys talk back to me, man. Yeah, being a parent is one of those things, man, that and Manoa, man, he has a future. Manoa can actually make it to the NFL being a long snapper, man. So I salute to his parents. And look, you guys, all of you guys, let me get to some of these comments because I couldn't read them, but doing an interview. Let me get to them real quick because a lot of people were coming in. But you guys, the link is in the chat. Half breed. You still have the 2 lots. I got to it, my man. Appreciate you. Yes, he is a long snapper. But I like his parents a lot. Thank you, Marvin, for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Trojan first, fight on. Okay, let's see. Jess, can you hear me? Jess, are you there? I can hear you. Can you hear me, Jess? Jess, are you there? Okay, I don't know what happened. All right, let me get to my next one. All right, fight on. How you doing?
Hello.
Oh, man, is this my buddy?
Yeah.
This is my 11-year-old man that knows football. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
What you got for us today?
So, with the recruiting class in 2027, I don't think we really have to target that much because we have some seniors coming in to help so the freshmen can learn from them. But I don't really want to add much to the 2027 class because I don't want them to transfer away from USC because they have because they think they can't play. I think that's the problem with Lincoln Riley. They tell that's what people say around YouTube. They say Lincoln Riley tells the players they can't play.
No, you can't listen. You can't believe everything that everybody says, man. To think about this, the best player is going to play. But I agree with you, though. I agree with the point that you made about about we don't need that many players. We had, I think, 35 players that committed to the 2026 class. So we probably just want to, man, my glasses, I'm getting hot. But we probably just need I would say maybe 15. They'll take 15 to 18 players and kind of leave it at that. But I agree with you on that. But as far as Lincoln Riley, I think they're gonna probably try to play the best players.
One thing I would love, add another quarterback into that class. Maybe get another linebacker to fit the 4-2-5 scheme. And the thing about Gary Patterson, he's the grandfather of the 4-2-5. I'm giving credit to that. He created a 4-2-5 defense. He created a formation.
Right,
But now
right.
everyone's using that formation, and it kind of died down. And when you watch the Gary Patterson film, and when he was good, the defense started to slowly dive down as you watch the games. So that's
No,
what
yeah,
I'm nervous about.
no, yeah, I agree. I agree. And I think we're just gonna kind of have to wait and see. But Gary Patterson, he has a lot of good things as far as what he did at TCU. And I think that, some of the fan base is kind of excited, but then some of the fan base is like kind of like myself, they want to see how it all works out. I'm excited on one hand, but I want to see how it all works out on another hand. I just want to make sure this is the third defensive coordinator. Also, to your question about the quarterback, I agree with you. I think the quarterback for Louisiana was kind of on the radar for us. He's committed to LSU, but he kind of drew back and ended up committed to LSU. So hopefully, we'll see if we can get another one in the fold.
The thing that really gets me mad here is you couldn't keep Houston Longstreet. When you couldn't keep Houston Longstreet, you get Jason Williams, and Jason Williams is a good quarterback, but Houston Longstreet has more mobility. And who comes to mind of Houston Longstreet? Caleb Williams. He has the mobility of Caleb Williams, the
I,
arm strength. He
you
could
know,
go deep.
well, you know what? I think here's what I think. I think Husan Longstreet has Kyler Murray athleticism. That's what I think.
I agree
But
with you on that.
but I think that Jonas Williams from the Chicago, Illinois area, Illinois, I think he's more of a Caleb. He doesn't have the Caleb Williams running ability, but I think he has the arm like a Caleb Williams. I think he might be slightly better. Well, I don't want to say that. I think they're both good quarterbacks. I don't want to compare one to the other, but one is more a little bit athletic. But I love Jonas Williams. I love what he brings to the table.
Jonas Williams slightly reminds me of Colson Palmer.
Hey, Jonas Williams is the real deal, man. He's the real deal. So I like Jonas a lot, though. I think he may be a little bit closer. He kind of, he gives me some Caleb vibes a little bit. But I'm gonna take this other call real quick. But hey, man, where you been at, man?
I've just been trying to make videos for my channel.
Okay. Did a lot of people subscribe when I asked them to go over there?
I have 126 subscribers.
Good. Well, we want to keep it going. Real quick, can you put that in the chat real quick? Real quick, I want everybody go subscribe. This is the smartest 11-year-old. Before you leave, real quick, make sure you you could do it when once you get out of here. But make sure you put it in the chat, and I'm gonna put it up. All right. I want everybody to subscribe to his channel. All right, my man. Hey, fight on. Okay, let's see. Jess, are you there? Yes, they're gone.
Hello?
Okay, I hear you now. How you doing?
Yes. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. What you got for us today?
Oh, nothing. I just wanted to well, sorry.
It's okay. Hey, it's almost 400 people here looking at you right now, so it's all right. You're all right.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not on camera.
Well, I know. But we're not looking at you, but they can hear you.
No, it's my dad and I know the Latos.
Well, tell us about them then. Give us some insight on them. I love his mom and I love his dad. They're some incredible people.
No, they're awesome. They definitely, we know his story. We've been going to the modern day football games for a very long time. I graduated from there, and yeah,
So
It's just
let me ask you, what would you say about him? Like, how? Oh, you get don't make me get no Kleenex for myself, please. Please don't do that. Please don't do. Where's my Kleenex? Don't make me get my Kleenex.
well, it's tears of being proud of him and hearing Jeff and how proud he is, and the fact that he was going to start crying too made me start crying.
Well, I'll be honest. I had to kind of suck it up. I had to be tough up here because Jeff is literally about to have me up in here getting misty eyed. I can't be like this. This is the show. I need everybody to see how strong. But see, here's the thing though, Jess. I understand what it means to really have a kid really get to a point, especially where USC is a highly academic school. It's one of those research schools, and that's why I was telling him I really salute him because he did it the right way, and that's why I titled this video "The Unexpected Path," because to me it's so unique just to be able to do it the way he did it. And you see all of these kids around him that went to modern day high school make commitments, and then here he comes out of nowhere. But it's like I was always told delay doesn't mean deny. What God has for you is for you, and that's kind of the way I see it as far as his story. So I just believe God got his hands on him, and he's going to continue to just, elevate him to where he wants him to be, in spite
Right.
of the obstacles.
They really put a lot into him, and he put a lot into himself, going the academic way, and then being able to continue by playing football.
Absolutely.
So it's been really great to see.
Absolutely.
We didn't know them until about the start of his junior year, but getting to know them has been really great, and seeing that this is what he wanted and that it's actually happening has been really incredible. That's my mom.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, well, tell mom to fight on. And look, we all are going to be watching him. And hey, look, we need a long snapper. He might be in there and starting as a long snapper. He's a huge guy. And so I think, look, USC is getting an incredible person. And just by the sounds of it, he's surrounded by incredible people. Not only the mom and the dad, but just listening to the people that's coming on right now, it's unbelievable, like the support system.
Yeah, no, it is. They're very lucky to have been at Modern Day, and we're lucky to have had him and been able to have watched him and get to know them and just see this. It's going to be so much fun being able to support them as a USC fan, because we're USC fans as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, Jess, I thank you. I appreciate you, and tell mom to fight on, and the best is yet to come.
Fight on. Thank you so much.
All right. Fight on. All right, man. We got 409 people on here between YouTube and, hey, listen, everybody that comes on, those who are on Twitter as well as YouTube, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. You guys know we've interviewed modern day players. We've interviewed Sean Scott. We've interviewed Tom. We interviewed a lot of guys in the 2026 class. But you guys already know this is what we do in the off season. We do a lot of athlete interviews, and we do a lot of parent interviews. This is what we do. So you're going to get that when you come to this channel. So look, it's free to you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. All those who are on YouTube, Instagram, come over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, man. I appreciate that. Hey, listen, John, thank you. Thank you for reposting it. Can you come over to YouTube and subscribe? I see you on X. Absolutely. 400 thumbs up. So look, I'm out of here, man. For those who are just coming on, we interviewed a big time, a parent. Hey, thank you. Hey, good to see you too. And you guys can go back and watch the interview. He just committed to USC last week or the week before. And so we're happy to have him. Welcome to the Trojan family, man. You guys know I will give you the information on Junior Day. It was a phenomenal day. We're going to talk about that, man. So look, I'm out of here. Hey, God bless you too, man. Until later on, everybody stay blessed. We out of here. Fight on.